Today I'll be reacting to the video titled "A Man Carrying Burdens." Let's check it out.
There's 10,000 times more going on inside the head of a man than you have any idea.
A lot.
He's carrying burdens that you don't have a clue about. And he don't know how to express them. And he don't know what to do about it. And he figures if he puts it out there and communicates it, he's just going to be shot down, called a fool, called weak. So he carries it inside. And you have no clue the burdens and the hell that most men are carrying inside and not even showing.
Wow, that was really powerful. And it's something I agree with a lot. And I'm one of the best people to be speaking to this because over the course of the last 6 years, I've been creating groups for men to get together and express their challenges, express some of the things they're working through, express what's suppressed, the burdens that he's speaking of. And, more than 3,000 men have come through the groups that I've created. And man, I've heard a lot of stories. I've seen a lot of depth. I've seen a lot of suffering. And I've seen a lot of men having wants, needs, and desires and not able to get all of those met and carrying the burdens of what they have to provide to society, provide for themselves, provide for their families, provide for a girlfriend or a wife if they're in a relationship or marriage. And I've seen a lot of men holding things in around fears around self-worth, fears around financial capabilities and the ability to earn what they need to earn to get by, to have status, to attract the right women, fears over sexual competency and sexual performance, fears over whether they feel like they're good enough to have friends, to attract women, fears around making ends meet, and so many more things. And in our spaces, we encourage the men to share their burdens so it can release the burdens, to be seen in the constriction and the tension and the challenge and the frustration and the anger, in the low self-worth and the sadness, whatever the emotion is. We have a space for them to express it, to show it, to lean into it without paying the price for it. So now let's talk about the next thing this guy said. And that's the fact. And it's a fact that men pay a price for showing their burdens to other people. If a man is going through a lot in his life, say his family life, his health, his personal life, if he brings that to work, he's at risk of losing his job. People don't have empathy. People don't care. It's all about the final results and the bottom line, which I get it. Work is a competitive place, so I respect that. And if he brings that to his girlfriend or his wife, any vulnerability, any burdens he's holding, and he needs to complain, vent, rant about it, she's more than likely to see him as less than and to subconsciously, not from any bad intentions, but subconsciously be less attracted to him, show him less respect, and trust him less, trust his leadership and his masculinity less. And that's the problem which men run into. Is one of the things this gentleman here says is men don't know how to show their burdens because they don't want it to be perceived as weak and all of that. But I think it goes a step further than that. It's not that men don't know how to. In fact, a lot of modern men are taught how to express, and they do express themselves vulnerably and do share their emotions. The problem is the price they pay for showing these emotions. And again, I run groups where have spaces for men to be able to really transparently show their burdens, their challenges, what they're going through. And I've seen them, and it's so releasing for them. But when they go out in the real world to a woman who they're interested in, who they want to have attraction with, they pay the price for showing too much vulnerability and complaining about their burdens. If they show it at work, they pay the price for showing their burdens. So men, it's not that they can't express it. A lot of men can express it. It's that they pay the price for expressing it. And that's the key that I think a lot of people need to realize. And again, I don't blame the business for it. They have to do business. They have to make money. I don't blame the woman for it. She's a feminine creature, and she's designed to want to feel like all the space for emotional burden is for her, and that her man can be Superman, that he can handle it, that he can help navigate his own emotions so he can help navigate her emotions. So the responsibility that a man has to show up, you know, he can be a little vulnerable, he can talk about what he's going through, but to show up with a certain level of groundedness, to show up with a certain level of solid steadiness, and even if he's going through something, that he can hold it himself and not put that burden on someone else. That's a real responsibility that most men have, right? The need to earn, the need to have status, the need to provide for your families, the need to provide for yourself, to exceed, to be respected, to be attracted to by women. All these things are necessary for men, and that's the burden we hold. And over the course of the last 20 years, there have been a lot of social movements that have tried to take this burden off of men, to encourage them to be more vulnerable, to encourage them to open up and share and lean on other people. And in most societal areas, specifically dating and relationships, work and business, even with friendships sometimes, men pay the price for it. So even though 100 people can go to a man and tell him, be more vulnerable, I got you, it's okay, the second he pays the price for it, he's basically telling himself, I can never be vulnerable again. The second he sees work or business consequences, he tells himself, I can never be vulnerable again. The second his woman starts to pull back and show less respect, less raw attraction, less trust in his leadership, he tells himself internally at a subconscious level, I can never put that burden on someone else again. So we inherently and naturally have that burden. And even though societal structures with good intentions have tried to take that away from men, it hasn't worked. It has not worked, because there are some very natural dynamics where men pay the price for sharing that burden with others. I do encourage any of you guys to have some friends who are more deep, transformation-based, deep thinkers, men who can handle your emotions. This is what we do in our men's groups. One of the things we do, of many others. And, you know, this is something you can find for yourself in a men's group, or with some close friends who are more deeper, supportive friends rather than superficial, just trying to have fun, etc. But it's really important to have a group of guys around you who can handle when you're in weakness, who can handle when it's just too heavy for you and too much for you. And they won't make you pay the price. They'll be able to be steady. They'll be able to witness you, observe you, see what you're going through without giving you hell for it. So it's a complicated topic, because I think this guy is spot on around the burden that men carry, but he's missing the mark in the fact that men are not capable of showing it. That's a 5 decades old trope, maybe 2 decades old. But right now, a lot of men are vulnerable. A lot of men are showing it, and it's not being received very well. And so many of these men need to be able to have groups of men who can receive it and really support them unconditionally. And also, a lot of these men need to learn how to hold it themselves. That's one of the things I've learned for myself, is how can I hold my own burdens? How can I hold my own triggers, traumas, my own emotional reactivity, my own insecurities, my own neediness? I need to be able to hold these things. And that's really the part of the masculine journey. The true masculine is about, sure, having all these feelings, feeling the tension of the burden, feeling the fear, feeling the weakness. That's all fine. But being able to see it from a 10,000 foot view and not get lost in it, not get broken down for it, but be able to hold it, see it, process it, move it, and settle it and center it and go beyond it, is what it means to be a man. To be masculine is to be able to hold that burden by yourself. I do see it as a multi-step journey. The very beginning, if you can have friends who can hold it, and then you learn how to hold that burden yourself. Let's go on.
The average man, I believe, the average real man, does not
Country boy.
need to go get therapy for the battles and the burdens he's carrying inside. What he needs is for those that he's carrying them for to recognize that they're there, and to respect it, and to be grateful for it.
Wow. Really powerful video. And I 100% agree with him on that one. There's so much talk again in a lot of the modern therapy dynamics around seeing a man, seeing him for emotion, seeing him for what he feels. That's the feminine view. Women want to be seen for how she feels. Women want to be seen for what she's going through. The man doesn't need to be seen in his pain. He wants to be seen in his greatness. He wants to be seen in his strength. He wants to be seen in his valor. And that's been the missing ingredient, because a lot of, I hate to say it, but modern women aren't taught at a young age to show respect to men, to trust men, to follow men's leadership, to empower men, because that ingredient is missing. That is where men are not feeling seen. And this burden, which a lot of men have to hold, which we just talked about, completely gets relieved by a man being seen in his power, in his usefulness, in him carrying out his duty. And not only are a lot of modern men not being seen for that, but a lot of modern men are actually, again, paying a price and being punished for it. Let me give some examples. If you're a man and you see that a woman's in a vulnerable place, she might make a mistake in her life, in her dating life, in her relationship life, with some of her decisions, and you really want to protect her and you want to lead her from making bad decisions that will traumatize her, hurt her heart, right? You're going to be seen as a white knight. You're going to be seen as a nice guy who's trying to earn a woman's affection by being nice, by being helpful, right? So what used to once be a man's duty to protect a woman is now being seen as soft and simping and trying to earn her affection, right? You see a man, another example, if a man does his duty to provide. We talked about protection. What about provision? He sees a woman and he wants to provide for her, right? In a lot of modern day dynamics, the man pays the price for that. A lot of women see it as the opportunity to use him and then move on to the next guy. A lot of women see it as the opportunity to be entitled and extract as much as she can, no matter how bad he feels about it, right? That's another example. Let's do a third example. A man who's leading, right? He leads dates in dating situations, says, okay, I'd like you to be here at 8 p.m. I'm going to take you to this dinner. He sets up the dinner. He sets up the time. He gets a confirmation from her the night before. And then a lot of times a woman may show up 2 hours late or may not show up at all in many cases. I've experienced that. And now all of a sudden, he did his duty to lead, to set a structure, to set functional dynamics, to make her life easy so she can flow and be in her feminine. And now he paid the price for it because she didn't show up or she showed up really late. So men, I say this all to say men are not being respected for doing their masculine duty, for being chivalrous, for being kind, for leading, for doing things that are helpful to the women in dating and relationships. The same can be applied for the workplace, right? A lot of times a man will work 12 hours, 14 hours a day, work 80-hour weeks, bust his ass, complete the projects, overexceed the project, and get nothing more than a pat on the back and just a good job. But no salary increases, no time off, no anything that actually impacts his life positively. It's just, all right, back to the grind, right? So it's thankless. It's thankless to be a man these days. And, I don't mean to be negative, but it's the damn truth. And the reason why men are suffering is because, like I said earlier, they're not being seen. Not that they want to be seen in their sadness or their anger or their frustration or their helplessness or their lack of self-worth. Women want to be seen in their emotions. Men want to be seen in their actions and what they're doing positively, and the trust in others, in a man's ability to lead them and do the right thing and do what he believes. And it's really, really important for a man to be seen by being respected, by someone trusting them, and by those who are vulnerable following them and appreciating their leadership, their duty, their actions. So that's what's missing from the modern world right now. And that's why men are holding this burden. And like I said earlier, we have to release it amongst our brothers. We have to release it by holding it ourselves. But the real thing that's going to solve the issue, the real thing that's going to make the burden go away, is when a man is constantly treated with a sense of trust, with people more vulnerable, the people he protects, the people he provides, the people he leads, that they trust him and they trust his leadership. that they appreciate him and they appreciate his leadership, that they respect him and they respect his role as a leader, and that they empower him and they take a step back and understand that I'm the more vulnerable one, he's taking the lead here, and I'm going to let him do his thing. That is when men will be empowered again. That is when men will get out of this cycle we're in of mental health issues, depression, disconnection, isolation. All of these things is happening because a man is not getting his core need to be respected, to be appreciated, and to be trusted, even though a lot of men are having the intentions to provide, to protect, to lead those who are more vulnerable, whether it's in work situations or in dating with women who naturally are born to be more vulnerable emotionally and in their heart. Men are still trying to do the right thing as a chivalrous, masculine man. They're trying to, a lot of men, not all, but a lot of men are trying to provide, to protect, to lead. And instead of getting rewarded, instead of getting empowered, instead of being respected, instead of increased trust, they're being met with disrespect, with being taken advantage of, with more games, and with being kicked to the side for it. And that's why we have men's mental health issues. The second, specifically women, and I rarely do this on this channel, but I'm going to call it out. When women stop following the algorithm that's telling them you don't need to do anything for a man, don't need to respect a man, and when they start being trained by good parents and by a good society to say, you need to be loved and respected as a woman, and your man needs to be loved and respected as a man, and these take different forms based on his role and your role. When women can truly understand that, they have the power to be the solution of this men's mental health crisis. I hate to say that there's an external solution for men. I would like to say you got to figure it out internally. There's a lot you can do internally. There's a lot of transformation you can do in terms of healing your heart, owning your power, getting out of your mind. These are things I teach in my coaching programs so men can increase their confidence, go into their masculinity, and not need the external validation. But if the external validation was there and women really knew how to give this gift of femininity to a man, this whole crisis would go by the wayside. But now that so many modern men are already nice guys, so many modern men are already simping, walked over, being taken advantage of, there is an internal process that most of you guys are going to have to walk through, a process which I've done and I've helped many people do, and that's getting your mind right, processing your emotions completely yourself, connecting with a sense of masculinity, groundedness, getting away with the nice guy, opening up your heart from all the wounds that are in it, and recreating yourself as a peaceful, resilient, and centered masculine man who can hold that burden without needing anything from anyone. That's what you're going to have to do because that's the society we're in. If you learned something from this video, feel free to check out our links below for the Masculine Mastery Method Transformational Coaching Program, for the Masculine Dating School community, or to join one of our global men's groups. I'll see you in the next video.